President-elect Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu has raised the alarm over an allegedly orchestrated plot to truncate his former inauguration in May. Tinubu spoke through his Director of Public Affairs, Festus Keyamo, said the masterminds of the plot were behind recent protests in the Federal Capital Territory aimed at inciting Nigerians to reject the outcome of the presidential elections. The president-elect, who alleged that certain candidates who lost out in the presidential race and their backers were scheming for an interim national government, warned against such moves, which he noted were against provisions of the constitution. Keyamo revealed that relevant security agencies have been informed of the plot to truncate the transition process, warned those behind it to desist, saying enough is enough. Their continuous determination to dare us should cease forthwith. If not, what will you do? We are not lacking in capabilities and capacities. Our silence should not be taken for cowardice. Are you silent? He maintained that aggrieved presidential candidates should wait for the pronouncement of the judiciary on their petitions before the courts. The statement read in parts, saying, "We have watched with great concern the condemnable activities of such persons and groups who are desirous of truncating our democracy for reasons best known to them. These persons have remained embittered that Asiwaju Bola Tinubu was declared a winner of the 2023 general elections repeatedly, but unfortunately these misguided individuals have called for either the cancellation of the results or that the president-elect should not be inaugurated on the 29th of May 2023. We wish to retreat and emphasize that these positions are not in tandem with our constitutional provisions or our electoral laws. We would have taken this as mere wishful thinking. However, because of their implications for national security and public order, we have therefore considered it necessary, if not expedient, to call them to order. We are aware of the intentions of those engaged in these treasonable and subversive acts. We also know those involved in the many plots being contrived to undermine the transition in particular and democracy in general. They have fixated on an interim government. They have done it in this country before, and it threw the country into avoidable crisis for many years, and they want to do it again. They are bent on legitimizing the government or the new government. Some have made treasonable insinuations and openly call for military takeover. It is for these reasons that they are desperate to incite the people against the incoming government. It is perplexing to see that those contesting the result want to be in the courts and on the streets at the same time. However, if they intend to truncate the inauguration of the president-elect and vice president-elect, they should immediately bury their thoughts. It is gratifying to note that the president has set in motion steps for the actualization of the swearing-in ceremonies. In this regard, the Presidential Transition Council has remained focused and committed to its reference in respect of organizing each free handover. On many occasions, after the declaration of Tinubu as the winner of the election, his public speeches and utterances have centered on reconciliation, forgiveness, and greater vision for Nigeria, but not justice. They will slap you. Okay, let's move on. You don't do belle, yeah, okay. Person will slap, they don't go say, no, this is the way you do. In the law, there is a punishment for somebody who commit this offense, and they just want you to just go on like that. You think you have sense. Thank God that people are telling them that over 200 million Nigerians are not foolish. He said Tinubu has pledged fairness as the basis for his present and future engagement. He has unequivocally stated that he would not accord favor to those that supported him, and neither would he mistreat those who did not support for him or did not vote for him. This is statesmanly and patriotic. We all watched the president-elect as governor of Lagos State for 8 years. He neither undermined any persons or tribe. So that's the reason why some things will not be clear to people, so they should just take it because you feel that you want to pay them or you want to bribe them. And also, is it a crime or is it unconstitutional that if a case is in court, people don't have the right to protest? Really? Okay. People should get it that it is not only Peter that is in this struggle together. If he goes to court and those who really gave the vote say they are warning you people, make una do normal. So is that an offense? You people are quoting and quoting. I just laugh at these people. That's to tell you how wicked and how shameless they are. They do all manner of nonsense and they will come back and be hunting other people for doing what they have been doing. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Why did you steal the mandates of Nigerians? Okay, as what? You are very shameless. Is it a threat or warning? You stole people's mandates and you have the temerity to talk nonsense. Do you think Nigeria is your Lagos state uh freedom where you do what you like? We didn't let you, please mind your language. Okay, we don't hear. Tinubu, do you think Nigerians are foolish? You think Nigerians don't have sense? Return Obi's mandate. Simple. You can't be bigger than the Nigerians. I'm surprised. I'm not that this cry, they are crying, they are raising alarm here and there. Now lie, hold on, oh now that is. Oh now that is. Oh now that is. Enough is enough means what? Just come out and prove how you won the presidential election and stop bragging. Criminal and scammers in Nigeria elections have no shame. Nigeria just reacting to the daylight robbery by INEC and APC members. God Almighty shall bring all APC members down very soon. Your conscience will never forgive you for stealing people's mandates because the guilty are afraid. You should hide your face in shame because you didn't even vote. We didn't even vote for APC, bad government. Okay. Why did you steal the mandate that Nigerians gave to someone else other than your principal? You have raped democracy and you will not rest until the right thing is done. Just a few Nigerians voted for Tinubu. Majority of Nigerians didn't vote for him. INEC rigged him in against the popular votes given to be. The first of failure for Tinubu began from when he lost Lagos. God is not with him. Truthfully, if the election was free and fair, Tinubu would not win more than 5 seats in Nigeria. Okay? I have barely heard Peter Obi speaking through anyone as to why inauguration of the next government should not take place. Rather, he has been following the legal process to ensure his mandate is reclaimed. But Ashwaju and his cohorts have been making noise up and down with fear. Okay. Okay. Who has visited the channel since the presidential election push is bad there? I don't know what this one is saying. Well, what I've seen now is that like I said, that this so-called Tinubu supporters, mainly they are Yorubas, always now they stand Gidigba. If he go stand there Gidigba with a Obi, they will begin to link him to all manner of things. See, like we always say, we've always said and will continue to say, nobody has monopoly to anything whatsoever. So guys, they say enough is enough. Let's know what they mean by that. Is what they mean by that.